Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Sorry, we're just setting up Victoria's heart rate. Bear with us for 30 seconds. Oh. Right, we're off in 20 seconds. This is the Bag That Badge series. We're doing That's Amore. And I think, what, are we going to do 9 kilometres an hour? Jeff Partridge had a day off. Tina Beard is with us. Hello, Tina. Paul Hayward's with us. Clive is out, running outside today. Amy Green's with us. And off we go. 9 kilometres an hour we'll do for the time being. Yes, you are. Victoria is there. Let me set it up so that we've got camera 7 on. And we are watching Facebook chat, YouTube chat and Twitch chat if you want to say hello. Hello, Wanda Archer as well, who's joined us. Adrian Mutzayers is there. Julia Foster is running with us. Hello, gang. John Farrell is there. Hello, everyone. Nice to see such a good crowd. Right, let's just get camera 7 up and running. Camera 7 is angle 7. 1, 2. There's 3. There's 4. 5. Oh, lost it. 6. And there's 7. Okay. What is the one rule we have about badge hunting? Question mark. Anyone know the one rule we have about badge hunting? See. Hopefully they have done. Yep, the answer is keep going. Keep going until you see the badge appear. Keep going until you see the badge appear. Don't stop just because you think you've done the correct distance. Unless, of course, you already have the badge, then it won't appear. That noise. Oh, right. So, first time back running, and Victoria's already breaking the shed quarters. It's 26 degrees in here on the AGMT. Jeff Partridge is asking, can you stop now? Yes, Jeff, you can stop whenever you like. Yeah, it's fairly normal for you to stop before the end, isn't it? Question mark, exclamation mark. Jeff, have you started your taper for Lakeland yet? Have you started tapering for Lakeland yet? Question mark. Oh dear. Jeff can take it. Not necessarily, Jeff. No, you don't. I don't have to start before you tape. Just start tapering from nothing. So, bag that badge. Today we're doing That's Amore, which is the final one. If you've done all 11 badges, this is the final one. However, if you're up to speed, you will know that we have another 3 badges. So starting from next week, it's not on the calendar yet, but I am reliably informed it will be. Starting from next week, we can grab any of the 3 new badges, and I think I am missing one of those new badges. So it may be that I actually get one next week. 9. You are there. You're doing a bit quicker than 9. You're doing Yeah, you're now doing 9. Oh, right. Maybe. Victoria started a bit too quick, so she's 4 seconds ahead of us. She's got overexcited on her first run back. Well, it's your first run back live streaming. So, if you want to say hello to Victoria, and she'd be delighted if you would congratulate her on her 50-mile run and her Paris Marathon good for age and Boston qualifier. It's not that she hasn't gone on about it for 2 weeks solid to everyone who she can find to talk to about it. Me and all of her poor work colleagues over the past 2 weeks. Nobody is interested in your personal running. Remember that. They may feign interest. Your work colleagues will feign interest. Right, Tina Beard says, you can talk, cousins. I never mentioned my sub-3 marathon. When was the last time? Right. How rude. Full stop. When was the last time I mentioned my sub-3 marathon? Question mark. Julia Foster, who's running with us today, says, well done, Victoria. So I said, when was the last time I mentioned my sub-3 marathon? Tina says, just then. Oh, Jeff Partridge says short course. I don't know. What do you mean short course? Oh, short course for the sub-3 marathon, cheek. Again, rude. Wanda Archer has dropped. Wanda Archer has had a technical. She's standing there. Hopefully she can get going again in a minute. Marcus Holmes has just piped up on the stream. He says, Stephen Cousins ran a sub-3 marathon. I don't believe it. Doing his best. Who's this? Who used to say, I don't believe it? Old comedy thing. Who was it? Victor Meldrew. Marcus Holmes doing his best Victor Meldrew impression. And if you're from the States and you don't know who Victor Meldrew is, look it up on Google. But classic old British comedy. John Farrell's now had a dropout as well. So John Farrell's standing still. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, hello. If you're watching on Facebook, howdy doody. And if you're watching on Twitch, it's remarkable. Hello, if you're watching on Twitch. Nice to have you with us. Oh yeah, Amy's watching on Twitch. Hello, Amy. And the AGMT reads 25.8 degrees in the shed quarters. So it's cooling down, yeah. It's because we've got the fans on. Next week, hopefully, we will do one of the brand new achievement badges. There are 3 to collect. The events are not on the calendar yet, but I am reliably informed they will be soon. So brand new, says Jeff, that I already have them. Have you got all 3, Jeff? I've got 2 out of the 3. Victoria's got them all as well. I'm sure I'm missing one of them. I think it's the Mayan Bridge Loop that I'm missing, which is what Victoria did last night. I'd forgotten what it's like running with you in a live stream. Just repeating everything you tell me to say. I have missed you. Victoria has all 3 as well. Full stop, I am missing one of them. Tina Beard only has one of them, so she's missing 2. Amy Green has one of them. Right. 1 mile done, we've got 5k to go. Sitting in the garden in the sunshine or taking the dogs for a walk is not a good excuse, Tina. I mean, I don't know what else you've been doing, but that simply isn't good enough. Right, Victoria just called me harsh. Given all the flack I regularly get from Tina, that is not harsh at all. Cousins is just a slacker, says Jeff. Well, now I have a story for you about my curry last night. Paul Hayward says, how was the curry last night? Well, it was almost an unmitigated disaster. So, I always order the same thing. I'm a creature of habit. I order a chicken vindaloo when we have Indian, with mushroom fried rice and a sagaloo. Firstly, I completely forgot to eat my sagaloo. Secondly, Victoria also ordered some lemon rice. Apparently she explained to me not to eat the lemon rice. However, I didn't know the difference. I didn't notice the difference between the lemon rice and the mushroom rice. The lemon rice was sitting open on the table. The mushroom rice was still covered over. I thought I'd better use the one that's already open or I'll get told off. So, duly tipped lemon rice onto my chicken vindaloo, leaving Victoria only a small amount, but basically just ruined my chicken vindaloo. So that was an absolute disaster. However, the good thing is, right, Victoria says wants me to add, and then I moaned all evening. So, the good thing to add is that quite often I only eat half a chicken vindaloo in the evening, and I save half for the next day, for lunch on the next day, which is what I did today. So I had the remaining half of my chicken vindaloo this afternoon for lunch with some mushroom rice, and it was delicious. The only problem being, I can now feel it jumping around in my stomach as I'm running. Alright, John Farrell, no worries, John. John says he's dropped out. He's full of cold, he's not feeling too great. And feeling a bit down. So, John, all the best, buddy. No worries. See, John's dropping out. Take care, John. No problem. Look after yourself. And John wants to thank Tina and Amy for their kind words, he says. Look after yourself, John. So John's dropping out. We're carrying on. We've got 4.5k to do. of that's Amore, which is our final route badge before we hit the new badges. We've got 3 more new badges to do in the next 3 weeks. Although I think I might not be able to do one of the weeks. So I might have to ask somebody to stand in as leader for 1 week. Yeah, Paul Hayward says, you do repeats whether you like it or not after a good curry. I hope you have all enjoyed my chicken vindaloo saga. Oh, Sagaloo, look, chicken vindaloo Sagaloo. Yes, I know. I just realised that, Jeff. I made my own joke. Saga. I made my own hilarious joke without realising. Oh, that is a cutting blow. I'm surprised Tina Beard didn't say that. Victoria's just said, I'm old enough to join Saga. Apparently, Victoria tells me I'm old enough to join Saga. Anyone for a... Saga holiday? Adrian says, we would be the young hotties, Stephen. Do you have Saga in Canada then? Do you have Saga in Canada, Adrian? Question mark. I said, Adrian Mutzer, is this from Canada? I'm just saying, do you have Saga up in over in Canada? Sorry? He is in Canada, isn't he? He is. Got it in Cornwall. Who's in Canada then that I'm thinking of? Sorry, Adrian. Who is up there with the Canada flag then that I'm thinking of? Oh yeah. Who is it I'm thinking of? Who's got the Canada flag up there? It's ahead of us. Not Adrian then, somebody else. Oh right, no, Adrian has a Canada flag. So I was just forgetting that Adrian lives in Cornwall. Of course. Apologies, Adrian. Ah, that's it. Just my stupid brain again. John Farrell says he remembers being absolutely devastated by about not being allowed, I assume from his parents, not being allowed to go on a Club 18 to 30 holiday. Do you think our parents would stop us going on a Saga holiday? Right, less than 4k to go of our That's Amore Bag That Badge run. Oh, that's a nice close-up of Victoria, isn't it? Look at that. Go on, stick your tongue out. Open your mouth so we can see your dinner. That was quite a good close-up with the Apple TV Camera 7 there. Now, I'm just going to speed up a little bit just to catch up with the back of the group. I seem to be falling off the back. Tina, have you noticed the new Noble Pro update? Tina, have you seen the Noble Pro's new face screen? I quite like it. I've not seen it before. John Farrell says, looking good, Victoria, not a spot in sight. Yeah. The 18-year-old Victoria doesn't have any zits at all. Oh, Tina hasn't updated it yet. Okay. Yeah, well, it's a totally new front screen when you're running. Completely new running interface. Oh, yes, of course. It may only be for the 8i, yes. Oh, yes, it may only be for this version, of course. Julia Foster has it. What do you think, Julia? Question mark. Yeah, Amy Green's got it. She likes it. Julia. So yeah, Julia Foster's got it, and Amy Green has it. We've just updated today. Tina says, I cover my screen anyway. It's too distracting. Interesting. Jeff, you've got the Noble Pro as well, haven't you? Pain Cave, has he got? Oh yeah, Jeff, have you finished building your new Pain Cave yet? Oh, yeah, slow down, cousins. Sorry, I sped up to catch the group. And now I've sped up too much. Sorry, everyone. Right, Julia doesn't like it because you can't see miles per hour and kilometres per hour at the same time. I didn't know you could see that on the original one. Okay, interesting. Still the same treadmill though, Tina. Essentially. Yeah, you're not missing an awful lot, Tina, to be honest. We very rarely use any of those extra features on the screen. Okay, interesting. Julia would have kilometers per hour on the big screen and then miles per hour on the small one before. Okay, I didn't know you could do that. Well, interesting. So Julia has messaged Noble Pro and it's confirmed you can't do what she was doing anymore. That's interesting though, because I never realised you could do that, so I didn't do it anyway. So I guess we're not missing anything from that perspective because we didn't know you could do that. So we are approaching 4 kilometers in with 2.6, 2.7 to go. Remember, we don't stop until we get to the badge, until the badge appears. Jason Mitchell was there on Saturday. Did I tell you that? Or Sunday? Tina, I'm not entirely sure. Right, 2.5k to go. Heart rate is nice and comfortable. AGMT says it's 25 degrees. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Jeff, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I never tried it, so I can't explain what it was that Julie was doing. John Freeze, time to go metric, he says. He says there was a time when you could have miles per hour on the main screen and kilometers per hour on the ZCA, the Zwift Companion app, if you changed it mid-run. But Zwift have now fixed that bug, as it were, and you can't do it anymore. So he says it's time to go metric. It's always time to go metric, John. Jeff says, glad someone's on the ball. Jeff, come on, you know me. When am I ever on the ball? Jeff, I think it's about 30 years since I was on the ball. And I'm only 28. And the rest, says Jeff. No, I was pretty on it until I was about 12. Oh, hang on a minute, yeah. That means 40 years, doesn't it? I'm not 42, am I? I'm 52. Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot there was an extra 10 years I missed out there. Yeah, I don't want to hear it, Jeff. Stop typing now. I can see you typing, or Tina, I can see you typing. Stop typing immediately. What did I say? Oh, that was Paul Hayward. That's Paul Hayward who's just said that. Paul says, stop halving your age. Jeff says, I didn't say a word. Yeah, you didn't have to, Jeff. I can see what you're thinking from 200 miles away. I can see what you're thinking from 200 miles away. Right, Victoria wants to know if there's anyone who hasn't actually got this badge tonight. Amy Green says, I don't know why I surround myself with these old men. Uh, 18, John. John wants to know how old I was when I started my pop career. When I was a pop star. I was 18, John. Tina, yes, do you know what? I'm thinking exactly the same thing. Camera 7 is getting some awesome shots tonight. It's doing like some kind of close-up zoom lens shots, isn't it? I don't know why it started to do that, but yeah, there's some awesome shots from Camera 7 tonight. Running through the Italian village with less than 2k to go. I'm thinking the same thing, Tina. Do you think there's been some kind of update to the camera settings? I don't know. But yeah, definitely looks good on Apple TV tonight. I know, remarkable. I just said something good about Apple TV. Maybe there's been some kind of update in the last 24 hours, Tina. Camera 7 is definitely better. Although my in-game chat is taking ages to come through. In fact, that one I just said hasn't come through at all, which is odd. And can inanimate software become amazed? Can it be amazed? Yeah, right, so my last chat didn't go through. And the previous ones have been taking quite a while to click through. Maybe they've made Zwift artificially intelligent. Artificially intelligent camera angles would be a step forward for Zwift. Zwift for Zwift. Yeah, my Wi-Fi extender. Oh no, I don't have a Wi-Fi extender. What am I talking about? I've got an Ant Plus extender. Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed Victoria wearing her brand new Zwift top. So we've managed to nab a few. We managed to get them for the Paris Marathon. The last few Zwift running tops, which some people wore. We gave some away to Zwift runners in Paris as a thank you for coming to run the Paris Marathon. So Vic's got one. But she did always used to wear my men's running tops. And I don't think it looked ridiculous. But anyway, she's now got a fabulous vest, says Tina. Yeah, Victoria wore my vest to run Paris Marathon in October. But there was only like about 4 vests left in the European Zwift store, which we managed to grab to give away to Zwift runners coming to Paris. So that was nice. I know, it's such a shame that they're not producing them anymore. Hopefully in the future they'll start again. So it is confirmed that we will be doing another event in Paris next year for Zwifters. So if you want to come and join us in Paris next year, we are going to do the Paris Marathon again. It's all Sarah Jacobson's fault because she signed up and then has convinced us to do it. So Victoria, myself, Kevin DeLuca and Sarah Jacobson so far have said we're definitely... I'm not sure if Clive's going to come. But anyway, there's already 4 of us. And we'll do training sessions again from Christmas for 3 months through to the Paris Marathon. We'll do the evil intervals again. Paul Hayward, not sure what you mean. He says, is it a Zwift hand? And I think there's a mistype there, Paul. So less than a kilometre to go. I've bagged that badge. The That's Amore route. So you have plenty of time to plan joining us for the Paris Marathon next year. Paul Hayward, I'm looking at you. Amy Green, I'm looking at you. Tina Beard, Julia Foster. Jeff Partridge, are you coming? You won't want to run the Paris Marathon, will you? Come on, nice flat road marathon, Jeff. You know you want to. Wanda Archer, are you going to fly over from the States? Come and join us in Paris. Oh yeah, Jeff's going to get his good for age. Tina Beard is working on it. Nice one, Tina. Jeff Partridge says he might do. Okay, nice one. John Farrell is up for Paris 2023. Good stuff, John. Let's get a few people signed up for this then. Got plenty of time to organise it. Oh, so Paul Hayward says, is it a Zwift headband? Yes, it is. Yes, Victoria has an official Zwift headband, yes. Tina Beard doesn't even have a passport. Right, you need to get that organised then, Tina. Oh my God, right. Marcus Holmes says he'll come to Paris if I commit to doing another sub 3 with him. Right. Okay. So that means a sub 3 in Berlin and then another sub 3 in April. That's a lot of training. Okay, well, all right, I'll say yes. I'll stupidly say yes now. I did, didn't I? Okay, yeah, all right, okay. Right, Tina says, now that's a challenge, Stephen. I know. He's really laid the gauntlet down there, hasn't he? Right, Marcus, you're on. Okay, you're on. I'll do it. I suppose it gives me 6 months from Berlin, so I can have a couple of months rest. Right, apparently Victoria says Jeff and Clive can join us for the sub 3 attempt in Paris. Right, so that's at least we've just nabbed another 3 people or 4 people there. Jeff Partridge, Paul Hayward, John Farrell, Tina Beard, and Marcus Holmes have all tentatively agreed. Did Paul Hayward agree? Oh, maybe not. Right, John Farrell definitely. Marcus Holmes, that's 2. Tina Beard, we've just signed Paul Hayward up ourselves. Jeff Partridge is going to do a sub 3 with us. Okay, so that's at least 4 or 5 more. I'll still have swollen ankles, he says. Right, Tina is trying to persuade her friend Leslie to come to Paris as well. Okay, you've got a few months to work on her, Tina. Yeah. Well, yeah, right, so just to let you know, Paris Marathon gets more expensive as the months go on. So right now, if you sign up, it's the cheapest it will be. And then I think they add like about 10 euros every few months. And you can't defer. So it goes up from like about 90 euros to something like 120 euros. It is quite an expensive marathon to enter, actually. But yeah, just be aware that you don't want to leave it too late to sign up because it'll be quite expensive. No, right, no problem, John. You honestly, if you come, that'd be awesome, and we'll get you to at least something around 3:30, 4 hours. There will undoubtedly be a big group of runners going for between 3:30 and 4 hours. And then we'll have plenty of runners going around about 4.5 to 5 hours as well. So there'll be groups of runners in most time categories. So hopefully you won't be on your own. Well done, everyone. Thanks for joining. Right, that chat. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it takes ages to come through for some reason tonight. Right. Jeff says, thanks, team. Hopefully, people who haven't got the badge will have the badge. Did anyone just get the badge there? Anyone got the badge who didn't have it before? Paul Hayward says, good to have you back, Victoria. She says, thank you. So we are done. Victoria says, maybe next time I'll be allowed to talk. Yeah, I didn't notice that I haven't handed the microphone to Victoria at all today. That's probably because she was talking so much in my ear. I was basically just repeating everything she was saying at me. But, standard for a Victoria and Stephen joint run, isn't it? Let's face it, I don't need to hand the mic to Victoria because I just say everything that's come out of my mouth for the past 40 minutes has basically just been what Victoria has said off mic that I've just repeated to you. That's how it works in this joint run scenario. Oh, go on, then you can have the mic.
John Farrell says, I love my Zwift family. Thank you all. And Tina says, John Farrell, keep smiling. Yes. There's nothing better than the Zwift family. Thank you all. Bye.
Right, we're done here. Thanks very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do something tomorrow evening, Friday evening. Let's just have a very quick look at what there is tomorrow. So we'll go to events and we'll scroll down. So we are looking at pack. Oh god, no, I'm not doing breaking point. That's a nightmare. Really hard work. We've got the recovery hour at 6:30. Or we've got a group run at 7:10. It looks like it's the recovery hour, doesn't it, tomorrow? Okay. So initially, I'll put myself down for the recovery hour for an hour of running tomorrow evening. Victoria's got deep water workout, so she's not going to join us. But I'm sure you can just put up with me for an hour, can't you? I mean, you've done it before, you can do it again. Let's face it. It's not hard. If you don't like it, you can just turn the volume down so you don't have to hear me waffling on at you. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the chat. We'll see you tomorrow for the ZLDR Recovery Hour. Been an absolute blast, and well done if you got your badge today. Well done. Take care. Jeff says, are you going to have a shave for tomorrow? Yes, I will. I'll have a shave and possibly even a haircut because my hair is getting particularly long. So maybe a shave and a haircut for tomorrow's run. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.